Hello and welcome to today's episode of Global Issues, where we talk about the issues that matter most in our world today. I'm your host, Irene Podcast, and in this episode, we are diving into a topic that continues to affect millions worldwide: the stigma surrounding HIV. HIV has been around for decades, and yet the misconceptions, fear, and prejudice surrounding it still persist. Today, we are going to explore what stigma is, how it affects people living with HIV, and what can we do to break it down these barriers. So let's get started. Welcome. Let's start with the basics of HIV, or human immunodeficiency virus. This is a virus that attacks the immune system, making it harder for the body to fight off infections. Now, while medical advancements have transformed HIV from a death sentence into a manageable condition, it's still highly stigmatized in many parts of the world. But why does stigma exist? Why do people with HIV often face discrimination, isolation, and judgment? First, stigma arises from a lack of understanding. HIV is often misunderstood, with people associating it solely with behaviors that are seen as immoral or risky. These include things like drug use or unprotected sex. As a result, individuals who are diagnosed with HIV are sometimes blamed for their condition. Even though HIV doesn't discriminate, it can affect anyone, regardless of age, gender, sexual orientation, or lifestyle. One of the biggest challenges is how HIV intersects with other social stigmas. Things like gender, race, or sexuality, for instance. In many places, women with HIV face double stigma because of their gender and their HIV status. They may face discrimination from their own communities, including from family members and healthcare providers. For LGBTQ individuals, HIV stigma is often linked to homophobia, and people who inject drugs face stigma tied to substances. The intersectionality of these factors make the fight against HIV-related stigma even more complex. But beyond these societal issues, there's also an emotional and psychological toll. The fear of rejection, shame, and anxiety that comes with being diagnosed with HIV can be overwhelming. The stigma can lead to delays in seeking care, poor mental health, and even worsened physical health outcomes because people avoid getting tested, taking their medication, or reaching out for support. So, what can we do to change this narrative? Breaking the stigma begins with education. It's important to understand that HIV is a medical condition, and people living with HIV are just like everyone else. They deserve the same respect, love, and opportunities as anyone else. It's also crucial to challenge the stereotypes and misconceptions about how HIV is transmitted. HIV is not transmitted through casual contact. Things like hugging, shaking hands, or sharing meals are completely safe. It's time we remove the fear from those everyday actions and show support, not judgment. Another vital step is creating safe spaces for those living with HIV, whether it's in the workplace, in healthcare settings, or within families. Creating a space where individuals can be open about their status without fear of discrimination is essential. We all have a role to play in making sure that no one feels isolated because of their health condition. And let's not forget the importance of advocacy. Whether it's participating in awareness campaigns, supporting organizations that fight for the rights of the people with HIV, or simply talking about the issue with others, we can all contribute to a world that is more compassionate and understanding. To all of you listening, remember, the stigma thrives in silence, but together we can create an environment where people living with HIV are embraced, supported, and given the opportunity to live fulfilling lives. That's it for today's episode of Global Issues. I hope this conversation has inspired you to challenge HIV stigma in your own community. If you or someone you know is living with HIV, remember you are not alone. There are people and resources out there ready to support you. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to share these episodes with your friends and family. The more we talk, the less stigma has the power to harm. Until next time, stay informed, stay compassionate, and take care of each other. Adios.